Hey everyone, welcome to Cinema Today. My name is Inji and I'm serving as the administrator here at the English Ministry at Onnuri. So usually for movies, I would tend to choose maybe more lighthearted, entertaining movies, maybe a little bit of action, sometimes even sci-fi. But the movie that I want to introduce to you guys today is a movie called Temple Grandin. Now, if you look at the poster, it's not something that a lot of people would gravitate towards, but don't judge a book by its cover or don't judge a movie by its poster. This has been just an amazing movie that I've really loved. It's great for the whole family. So this movie, Temple Grandin, is a biography of Dr. Temple Grandin. She was a spokesperson for autism, and she's also an animal behavior expert. Now she goes on to use her abilities to change the cattle industry, and it's just a beautiful story of how she used her different way of thinking to really impact that industry. Now through the movie we can learn that as a young child she wasn't able to speak, and then at the age of 4 she is diagnosed with autism. But thankfully, through very important figures in her life, such as her mother and a teacher at school, she's able to live somewhat of a normal life, eventually going through high school and also completing college as well. But you can also see the struggles that she has with her autism. Because of her autism, she's unable to really relate to people in social settings, and this causes a lot of anxiety and frustration. And through this, you can see her trying to calm herself, calm her anxieties through unconventional methods. Now, this kind of strange behavior is looked down upon by her community, and they outcast her, they ostracize her. But she learns to overcome her fears and take steps to further her career as well, despite these issues that she has. We see a big change in her life when she visits her aunt's ranch, and she realizes that she has a strong empathy for animals, in particular horses and cows. Now with this newfound empathy that she has, she uses that to really grow her passion for the humane treatment of these animals. One scene that I cannot forget from this movie is where she actually goes down on all fours, on her hands and knees, and she walks through the cattle pen. And she is able to see the world through the eyes of the cattle. What makes them scared, what makes them anxious, what can calm them. And this is a life-changing point for her because she uses this to further her passions and to continue her work in the field that she's in. Now this movie left a lasting impression on me because it was nice to see that not so typical success story of like the rich and famous, but it was nice to see someone who was very different, almost seen as an outcast in this society, to really stand up and overcome her fears and change the world. In a recent sermon, Pastor Mike had said that we need to identify who we are. We need to understand what God has given us and use those gifts. God has created us so differently. Each and every one is so different. When I see my kids, they're all so different. We have different strengths, different weaknesses, but one thing we do know is that we've been called to be used. And I was particularly encouraged by this movie because it was a reminder to me that God promises to work with our weaknesses for His good. And I hope that that encourages you too this week. If you watch the movie, that's awesome. It's a really good movie. I hope that you're encouraged to go out and use your gifts this week. Bye.